When it comes to economic systems, there are two major players in the game, socialism and capitalism. Both have their pros and cons, and both have passionate advocates and detractors. But which one is better? That's a question that has been debated for centuries, and one that we're going to tackle head-on in this video. First, let's define our terms. Socialism is an economic system in which the means of production are owned and controlled by the state, with the goal of achieving greater equality and reducing poverty. Capitalism, on the other hand, is an economic system in which the means of production are owned and controlled by private individuals and businesses, with the goal of maximizing profits and economic growth. Now that we know what we're talking about, let's dive into the pros and cons of each system. While socialism aims to create a more equal society, it can also lead to a lack of innovation and entrepreneurship. Because the government controls the means of production, there is less incentive for individuals to take risks and start their own businesses. Without the competition and drive to succeed that come with a capitalist system, there may be less innovation and fewer advancements in technology. Moreover, socialism can lead to a lack of personal freedoms and individuality, as the state is in control of so many aspects of people's lives. In a socialist society, the government may regulate everything from what people can say and do to how much they can earn. This can lead to a stifling of creativity and innovation, as people are not free to express themselves or pursue their own interests. Another challenge with socialism is that it can be difficult to implement effectively. In practice, socialist economies have often struggled with corruption, inefficiency, and bureaucracy. The centralization of power in the hands of the government can make it difficult to address the needs and concerns of individual citizens, and can lead to a lack of accountability and transparency. Overall, while socialism has its benefits in terms of creating a more equal society and promoting collective decision-making, it also has its downsides in terms of stifling innovation and limiting personal freedoms. As with any economic system, it is important to carefully consider the pros and cons of socialism before deciding whether or not it is the right choice for a particular society or context. While capitalism has been praised for its ability to generate wealth and promote innovation, it can also lead to greater income inequality and social stratification. The pursuit of profit and self-interest can result in a concentration of wealth and power among the richest individuals and corporations, leaving others struggling to make ends meet. This can create a cycle of poverty and lack of opportunity that can be difficult to break out of. Furthermore, capitalism can lead to a lack of social cohesion and a breakdown in collective decision-making. With everyone pursuing their own interests, it can be challenging to find common ground and work together for the common good. This can result in a lack of investment in public goods, such as education and healthcare, which can further exacerbate social inequality. Another criticism of capitalism is that it can lead to environmental degradation and resource depletion. In the pursuit of profit, businesses may prioritize short-term gains over long-term sustainability, leading to the depletion of natural resources and the degradation of the environment. This can have negative impacts on human health and well-being, as well as the health of ecosystems and the planet as a whole. Overall, while capitalism has its benefits in terms of promoting innovation and individual rights and freedoms, it also has its downsides in terms of income inequality, social stratification, and environmental degradation. As with any economic system, it is important to carefully consider the pros and cons of capitalism before deciding whether or not it is the right choice for a particular society or context. So, which economic system is better? It ultimately depends on your worldview and priorities. If you value equality and collective decision-making, socialism may be the better fit for you. If you value innovation and individual rights, capitalism may be the better fit. Of course, there are many variations of each system, and in practice, most countries have a mixed economy that incorporates elements of both socialism and capitalism. One thing to keep in mind is that neither system is inherently better or worse than the other. Both have their strengths and weaknesses, and both have the potential to work well or fail miserably depending on how they are implemented. Another factor to consider is the specific context in which the economic system is being implemented. For example, some argue that socialism may work better in smaller, homogeneous societies where there is a greater sense of community and shared values. On the other hand, Capitalism may be more effective in larger, more diverse societies where individualism is highly valued. Ultimately, the decision of which economic system is better is a complex and highly subjective one. It requires careful consideration of a wide range of factors, including historical context, cultural values, and individual priorities. It's important to recognize that there is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to economic systems. The best system for a particular society or context will depend on a range of factors, including cultural values, historical context, and available resources. Both socialism and capitalism have the potential to create a better world if implemented thoughtfully and responsibly. Socialism can help to reduce income inequality and promote greater social cohesion, while capitalism can encourage innovation and individual freedom. However, both systems can also lead to negative outcomes if not carefully managed. For example, socialism can lead to a lack of innovation and personal freedom, while capitalism can exacerbate income inequality and result in environmental degradation. Ultimately, the key to creating a better world through economic systems is to strike a balance between competing priorities. This requires careful consideration of the pros and cons of different systems and an openness to experimentation and adaptation. It also requires a commitment to addressing the negative outcomes of both socialism and capitalism, such as poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation. In conclusion, while there is no clear-cut answer to the question of which economic system is better, it is important to recognize the strengths and weaknesses of both socialism and capitalism. By working together to create more balanced and equitable systems, we can create a better world for everyone.